5 signs a guy likes you but is trying not to show it. In this video, you will discover how to get out of the questioning, the doubting, whether the man is actually into you and you actually just are missing sort of like the more subtle signals, or if you're wasting your time and he's simply not interested in you. So comment below if you're ready to know exactly what's going on inside of a man's mind, even when he is silent, and if he's like really into you or not. So hi, I'm Antia, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man method. And of course, this is the channel where we magnetize your man so that the man you want desires and of course pursues you forever. This is really important to mention. And if you like anything, of course, in this video, whether what I wear, my background, or of course the content, do me a favor and give it a like. And of course, also don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell as well on more juicy videos coming your way. And hello, let us know that you have subscribed so we can warmly welcome you into our yummy community. And as usual, sharing is caring. So don't forget to share with all of your lovely girlfriends. Now, don't forget to watch the video all the way to the end to get a surefire sign that he indeed is attracted to you. And this is actually a more subtle one that you might not pick up on right away. So let's dive into the 5 signs that a guy likes you and he doesn't want you to know it. Number 5, he wants to see you at different times during the week. Now, this is really interesting because, yes, a lot of dating coaches talk about how, you want to have the Friday night date and you want to have the Saturday night date. Yes, that's great, but not all the time. Like, you also want to make sure, like, oh, is he actually asking me out during the week? Why is that? Well, because when a guy likes you, he integrates you into his everyday life. He doesn't compartmentalizes you, if that makes sense, right? Like, yes, it's Friday night, Saturday night, but he thinks about you much more often. And I can definitely attest to that because when I met my husband, Brody, like, he actually asked me out all kinds of days and times during the week and on the weekends and all the things, right? Because like I was so part of his life, part of his conversation. I had taken up mental real estate in his mind. That's, of course, the best thing that can happen to you, ladies. Okay. And that he asked me out more and more. So pay attention to that because we may just pay attention and actually invalidate when he asks you out during the week and maybe even take it as an offense. Number 4, he lightly teases you. Now, as you know, a lot of women come to me and they, of course, like have a narcissistic background. So I really want to say lightly teases you, right? So I'm not talking about the condescending teasing at all. But if he's just like, just like makes like a slight little joke here or there, but you can tell it's well-meaning, it's followed up by a lot of love, it's followed up by a lot of by a lot of warmth. You can feel that, right? By a lot of consistency. And you can kind of sense that there's like just this little bit of tension there. Like there's really a high chance that he actually likes you, because even when we go back when we were younger, right? Like, what were we doing when we actually liked a guy? Well, when a guy liked us, well, usually that tease a woman, right? And actually, here's why this is like really interesting, is because women flatter each other. Right? They say, oh my gosh, I love your dress. I love how your performance went today. All the things, right? Men put each other down. So when they really like each other, they sort of like tease each other, put each other down, right? That's like, wow, this is my best buddy. And so this is what's also going to happen for you too. And so that's something for you to keep in mind, right? It's actually like, oh, so he's speaking the men English, so to say, right? Like the men talk, and you would never identify that because you would actually look for how you relate to your girlfriend when you like each other, right? But so keep that in mind. That's a really, really big one. Now, of course, comment below. I'd love to hear which country or state are you watching from. We're always curious about that. Number 3 is he's inquisitive about your life. Yeah, so he is actually investing into you. He focuses his energy on you versus just focusing his energy just on himself, right? So he's actually asking you questions. Hey, how did the job interview day go today, right? Like, did you get the chance to get your car fixed that you told me about last week? And so on, right? So he has like a lot of questions. He wants to know about your family, where you grew up, what your opinions are. He values your opinions when he likes you, right? He doesn't necessarily value your opinions if he doesn't like you. So it's something to keep in mind as well. And I tell you, when I met my husband, he definitely all the time asked me for my opinions, and not like in an insecure way that he can't make a decision, but it just he valued my input, and it could oftentimes actually enhance the decision that he made. And then of course, number two goes right along with that. He remembers details. Yeah. So when you mention something to him about, like, maybe your grandmother's name, or some sort of favorite holiday, or whatever the case may be, right? Maybe your pet's name, like, he'll remember. He'll be like, how is Freddie? Freddie may be like a carnivorous plant that you own. Or whatever it is, right? So he's like constantly remembering this. And the reason why this is really important for men is because men usually focus more on the big picture. So when they remember details, because remember, they don't need to remember details. Think from an evolutionary standpoint. When they're out in the wild, when they are hunting, they don't need to remember details. They just need to know, is this a bison? How fast does it come towards me? Okay, that's it. Like, however, women, they need to know details, right? Because they actually needed to know evolutionary, is this a poisonous berry, or is this a healthy berry? Is this a nutritious berry that has actually tons of vitamins, tons of nutrients, and can actually help my whole tribe to survive? So important to understand that when a man remembers details, especially the more masculine he is, the more special it really, really is. So I can't emphasize that high enough. So of course, if you like this content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more juicy videos coming your way. Now, this is also like a really interesting one. I want to add something onto it. Number one is he adds you on social media and interacts. Okay, so this is how this is different from the usual helicoptering, right? We all know the helicoptering. They add you on social media. Maybe they don't even add you on social media, and they just follow you on your story, and you can just see that they saw it. No, what I'm talking about is, he adds you on social media. He leaves a comment under the photo of the great weekend that you had with your girlfriends, or maybe the birthday party you just attended, or maybe your favorite pumpkin that you carved, or a Christmas tree that you bought, or whatever, right? So he participates in your life, even on those social platforms. And the reason why he may like social media, right, but better than like direct, is because, he doesn't want to lead with that right now. Maybe he has to still figure some things out, if you like him, or things like that. Maybe he's shy, things like that, right? But like, make sure not just adding you, but also actually interacting with you, not just leaving a smiley face, but actually having a real conversation. Now, before I share my bonus secret, comment below which of these do you think so far may be signs that your man is indeed liking you. So leave me some comments below. I'd love to hear. Now, I told you the bonus is very special, which is his friends act differently. So it's really interesting. So I was dating a guy, and his best friend actually left us alone, right? And that was like really interesting to me. And even like, gosh, even when I was in high school, like, our friends would do this all the time, would leave us alone, right? Because, they had more information. So you should ask yourself, if his friends act differently when you guys are together, meaning like they leave you alone, right? Encourage you to be alone, or they don't show up even though they were supposed to show up. I'm not talking about the staged ones, but I'm actually talking about the ones where they really don't show up because they want you guys to be alone. Like, there is a high chance that his friends have much more input. They have much more background information on his relationship and his feelings towards you. And this is a really, really good sign because they actually want to like leave you guys alone so you can build a relationship and they don't get in the way of that. So how awesome. That is really good news if that's happening for you. Now discover how to track the man for a long-term commitment fast. Hop on over to mymquiz.com, and of course the link is also right below this video as well. And if you haven't done so already, watch next. When a man deeply loves you, he will start saying these 5 things. Ladies, this is it for today. Lots of love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.